Today's Cowboys Report, some cut candidates brought to you by Manscaped. Fits perfectly, right? Talking about cut candidates, make sure you don't cut yourself down there or up here now with their new Beard Hedger. Tell you all about that later on in today's show. 20% off and free shipping when you go to manscaped.com and use promo code Cowboys. As it always is for Dallas, it's cut candidates time, and there are some big names for Dallas that would save you a significant amount of money. Now, we're going to break down my list here momentarily. It's 10 names deep, plus one bonus name at the very end. Who do you want to cut? I think we'll see some common names in the comments, but drop it for me. What player or players do you want the Dallas Cowboys to cut right now? First name on the list is Tyron Smith. This might end up being, by the way, a retirement. I would not be surprised if Tyron Smith said, I came back, gave it one last run. He's only 32. As weird as that sounds, it feels like he's 37, but his body might as well be 45. It has taken a beating over the year. They did not touch his contract last offseason, allowing the possibility to cut him this offseason. $17.61 million cap hit. Save $9.6 million if you make him a pre-June 1st cut. 13.6 after June 1st, but you would not get that money until after June on that standpoint there. So you probably make him post June 1st, or you let him retire and do the after June 1st, pay your draft class that way. Tyron Smith tried like hell to play right tackle. Was not easy on him. I think that was a pretty big challenge, as it always is. Just didn't look like the same guy we saw. I think this is kind of the end of the line. So this is where things sit right now on your offensive line depth chart. Terrence Steele's an RFA. Connor McGovern is a free agent. Tyler Smith is, I think, locked in as your left tackle. I want to bring back Steele because you missed him pretty badly. Hopefully that knee ends up being okay after the tear. I will forever love Tyron Smith, Hall of Famer, Ring of Honor, but just kind of feels like it's time, unfortunately. It does. Now, if he wants to take a pay cut, we can have that conversation too. But I think he might just retire. Will Tyron Smith be back in 2023? Y for yes, N for no. Vote in the comments. The most obvious name on today's list, Ezekiel Elliott. His cap hit is $16.72 million. $3 million less than what you paid Dak this year on your cap hit. Put that in perspective. Only save about 4.9 with a pre-June 1st cut, but the number jumps to 10.9 after June 1st. I want to be crystal clear here. Zeke was once a great back. He's not now. There is zero rational football reasons to bring Ezekiel Elliott back at his current cap hit. It does not make sense. Zeke Elliott was not good. 3.8 yards per carry on the season. He's been averaging about 4 yards per carry the last 3 years. That's replacement level. Look at what he did down the stretch this year. Last 6 games, 82 carries, 2.6 yards per carry. He can't even catch anymore. There's no reason to bring back Zeke. I do feel bad saying it. I really do. He is washed. He is cooked. There is no reason to bring him back at $16, almost $17 million. If he wants to take a vet minimum salary and be a Cowboy, sure, that's fine. I am not bringing him back at that cap hit. Frankly, I'm fine to cut him. I can find 2.6 yards per carry and decent pass blocking as a fullback. I can find that. I'm not paying one $17 million. I refuse to. It doesn't make any sense. So what do you want to do with Zeke? C for cut, R for redo the deal. These straight up keep, it is not an option. It doesn't make sense. It is not a financially smart or football smart move. It's not what good teams do. I'm not bringing him back. I'm sorry. I think he's got to go. But you guys can vote for me in the comments. Now, those are the two big names. Some other names I think you got to consider here. Jourdan Lewis, the Lisfranc injury in October. He's in the final year of his deal. $5.87 million cap hit. You save $4.7 million. That's not an insignificant amount of money. Now, maybe what you would do is keep Jourdan Lewis and let Deron Bland be your cornerback too, and let Lewis and Mukuamu kind of compete. I don't mind that option. Lewis is a pure nickel. He cannot play on the outside, however. Only 6 games this year. Some good, some bad. 73.1 completion rate. It's always a bit higher for nickels, but I thought he played better last year. Things are very dicey right now at the cornerback spot for this Cowboys team. It's not great. Diggs and Bland are keepers. Anthony Brown's a free agent. Do you want him back anyway? Israel Mukuamu flashed some nice things for you, but Kelvin Joseph, Nahshon Wright, the other corners from that draft class, couldn't play on defense down the stretch this year for you. So it's all very dicey. So the money saved is noteworthy, but you don't have to cut him if you don't want to. Are you tired of using multiple products to maintain your beard? Look no further than the luxury Beard Hedger Pro Kit from Manscaped. This complete beard maintenance kit was just launched by Manscaped. It's new, it's fresh, you're going to love it. The kit has it all, from trimming to treatment. Perfect for the modern man on the go. The kit includes the Beard Hedger AC adapter and USB-C cable, beard shampoo, beard conditioner, beard oil, beard balm, and a travel bag. As a special bonus, you'll also receive a free beard accessory pack with a beard brush, beard comb, and beard scissors to help just trim it up when you need to properly. The Beard Hedger was designed with a unique cutting angle to have its built-in comb lift flat-lying hairs for a smooth single-stroke trimming. No more going back and forth over the same area to get just one hair, right? For a limited time, you can get 20% off and free shipping with promo code COWBOYS over at manscaped.com. Don't wait. Get your Beard Hedger Pro Kit today and take your beard game to the next level. The leaders in below-the-waist grooming now coming up above the neck as well. Manscaped.com. Promo code COWBOYS gets you 20% off and free shipping on all their top-of-the-line men's grooming and facial grooming products. The next couple names might end up being more preseason cut candidates, but they're valid. How about Neville Gallimore? He was a healthy scratch in the Cowboys' final preseason, or first playoff game, I should say. He was not in great shape to begin the year. $2.75 million in savings. Could just give that money to Hankins, right? Hankins is better right now. He's fallen out of favor in the rotation. Unfortunately for Gallimore, he never has taken the next step, at least so far, in his development. The numbers are just kind of, they flatlined, right? Tackles were up this year. Cool. TFLs have gone down. He's averaging about a sack per season. 3 TFLs and a sack for a defensive lineman, a third-round pick, isn't good enough. There might be some trade value there with Gallimore as a third-round pick, which could give you an option there, but he just hasn't been good enough, unfortunately, for Dallas, and I would like to invest in a better defensive tackle. I do think Osa Odigizua played really well these last 2 games. I really do think that. Hankins was playing well. Watkins keeps doing nice things for you. You still just don't have that explosive, impactful defensive tackle. Will be a focal point for me in the offseason. And we will be here all off-season long. The good, the bad, the ugly, the disappointing, the heartbreaking, whatever it is, we have you covered. Daily Cowboys news, rumors, and updates all season long. Kelvin Joseph is next up here. Yeah, boss man fat. Again, probably more of a preseason cut and or trade because there's not much cap savings right now. Balloons to $1.37 million, though, if you cut him after June 1st, so save some money there. The unfortunate part for Boston, he's a good, especially that forced fumble was awesome against the Niners. I'll give him credit there. You spent a top 50 pick on a corner who could not get on the field at your number one problem point on defense this year. They couldn't play him. They didn't trust him. He has not been great in coverage. 4 pass breakups. It's a small sample size. Make no mistake about it. But you lose Anthony Brown. This is the moment for Kelvin Joseph. And it was boss man bench because he just wasn't playing well. It is a make or break off season most likely for Kelvin Joseph and for Nahshon Wright. A little bit cheaper, but actually more saving short term if you cut him right now because, third round pick, less guaranteed money, etc. Nahshon Wright was top 100 pick, and he hasn't done anything yet. He was a healthy scratch a lot this year. They like boss man fat on coverages more. Israel Mukwamu, who was a 6th-round pick, was playing over him. The Cowboys propaganda machine was going, we trust Nahshon Wright. Not really. The numbers actually don't look that bad, but the yards per attempt is a little bit higher than what you would like it to be. And the big difference is he got burnt less than boss man fat, but that's a low bar to clear. It has not worked out very well for Nahshon Wright so far. I would like to add more cornerback help, and come cut-down time, barring injuries, one of these guys might have to go. So pick a cornerback for me. KJ for Kelvin Joseph, NW for Nahshon Wright. Pick one to keep in the comment section. KJ or NW. Controversial name here, and one I just want to explore, not saying I'd cut him right now. Dorance Armstrong. $7.25 million cap that you save, either 4.25 or 5.75. And Dorance Armstrong began the year playing out of his mind. Dorance Armstrong was so good to begin the year, and he ended last year so strong. It looked like this was going to be a key part of your defense moving forward. And I think in part because of injury, he disappeared down the stretch for this Cowboys team. First 11 games played, 22 tackles, 8 sacks, 7 TFLs, 12 quarterback hits, 30 pressures. Awesome play. The last 8 games, 16 tackles, a half sack, 2 TFLs, 5 hits, 13 pressures. Where'd he go? Like, that guy isn't worth keeping. The first guy is definitely worth keeping. You're going to keep Micah. You're going to keep Dorance Armstrong, or you're going to keep Sam Williams. You're going to keep DeMarcus Lawrence. Dante Fowler's a free agent. Chauncey Golston can stick around here. You got Tack McKinley as a practice squad guy. Won't include him there. You probably keep Dorance, but, if a veteran edge becomes available that you want more, you cut Dorance and you go pursue him and spend similar or the same amount of money. Not a must keep, lean keep, but it's an option as well. All right, some lesser names we'll discuss here. These will probably be roster cut-down moves. Will Grier, Devontae Bond, and Ian Bunting all save you combined about $3 million. It's not insignificant for guys that, especially Devontae Bond and Ian Bunting, you're like, wait, those guys are on the team? Yes, they were. Injured, practice squatters, or just did not play at all. One note, the Cowboys like to leave future doors open for moves, and they will do that this year with Michael Gallup. 823.5 cap hit savings if you cut him after June 1st. It doesn't really make any sense. It's not a route they're going to go. This will be a make or break year. If Gallup does not get right next season, they're going to cut him this time next year. One note before we go. Between various roster cuts and simple restructures of guys like Zach Martin, Dak Prescott, Tank Lawrence, you can free up $50 million like that with ease. You can even make it to 70, 75 if you want to be super aggressive. So this is my warning. Do not believe Stephen Jones when he says, we only have so much pile. We got the Diggs and Lamb and Micah deals coming down the road. Don't believe it. You will have the ability to be aggressive if you choose. But just like last year, you have to choose to go do it.